Alright guys, we're doing a last to first at Oulton Park, and the lights are about to go out, and we're starting P17. So let's see if we can get a good start compared to everyone else around us. And it looks like we typically do get a better start when we're starting lower down. And we're able to get past Daniel. I suppose I was starting P18 then, and we're on the inside of Piotr. I'm not sure how to say that name. I see that a lot. Should really look into how to pronounce it. But yeah, P16. And we're just looking to avoid the chaos from all the cars up ahead, because Oulton Park is quite a tight circuit. There's always some crashes, as we're going to look on the outside of Paul for the bend, turn 4, as two cars take each other out on the straight even. So we gain 2 positions, we're up to P14, and we're able to get ahead of Paul. And looking on the inside for the bend, the Shell Oils corner, but I nearly go into the back of Steven. There wasn't enough space to go down the inside, but we are at P13, and we're just going to hold back. I can't really go for a move in the chicane. I did look, but we're going to stay single file, and I have to brake quite harsh, because I was nearly going to go into the back of Steven, and thankfully the car behind us didn't take me out. But we're going to pick up the slipstream from Steven now, coming up to the run on turn 10, and we're going to pull to the left, and we're going to try around the outside, and let's see if we can make this stick. We're going to brake later, going over that bump, and we make a bit of contact, but only a little bit, and we're still able to stay ahead. And let's see if we can inch ahead before we get to the next corner, so we can close it off. And it looks like we're able to get ahead, and let's not go into the back of Jeffrey. And we're up into P12, so just staying with this pack ahead now, and see if we can make any moves on them. We need to try and work through quite quickly, because the drivers in front are not slouches. They are quite good. As I go off the track on the final corner and I pick up a track cut, it's very easily done on Oulton Park. But Anthony's going to be on the inside of Jeffrey for turn 1. So let's see if we can pick up a position from this little battle. I'm going to stay behind and choose where I want to go. But looks like they resolved that. But we're going to get a better run on Jeffrey on to the run to turn 3. So we're able to get past him. We're going to slot behind Anthony as Jeffrey's still looking at the inside, but he's not going to go for a move. And coming around turn 3, we're going to pick up some slipstream from Anthony, but unfortunately he lags backwards, and then I realize that his flag is from either Australia or New Zealand, so that explains that. And yeah, we lose the position to Jeffrey, and we lose quite a lot of time by doing that. But we're going to look at the inside on the Shell Oils corner, and he's going to go deep because he's on the outside. It's pretty much impossible to go around the outside on that corner, so I don't recommend it. But yeah, we're able to get our position back from him, and we're going to have to try and work out how to get past Anthony. Yeah, that chicane is really difficult if you haven't taken out that bollard. You're going to lose a lot of time if you try and avoid it every single lap. So I really recommend taking it out. But this was my first race on Oulton Park, and my best lap is still a 46.6 on single player even. But we're going to get a better run on Anthony as he sort of brakes a bit too late on that corner. There's a bump there if you don't brake early enough. So we're going to slowly inch ahead of him on the outside, and we're going to be fully ahead of him. So we're going to brake for the Druids corner, but he hits into the back of us on the braking. Yeah, very unfortunate. But thankfully our car is still pointing the right way, so we're not going to lose as much time as we could have. But Marston's going to be in our inside on the final corner, and we're still going to be alongside. We're going to try and brake later and keep the position. I keep him quite tight around that final corner, so I put a lot of trust in him there. But yeah, we're going to be able to keep that position. We're going to have to try and catch back up to that pack, which is about 3 seconds ahead of us now. As I go wide at the chicane, trying to carry too much speed, and I cut the track, but fortunately I don't get a track cut because I stayed off the track long enough and I lost the drive I got from it. We've caught back up to this little pack ahead now after a lap. And coming around the final corner, Steven goes a little bit too wide, so we're going to pick up a better exit than him, and he has a little bit of a moment on the exit as well. So we're going to get a little bit of slipstream, and we pull to the right for the inside of turn 1. Turn 1's not a very nice corner to be racing on, but we're going to try it, and he's still on the right side, so we're going to leave the space. But we do get a better drive, and we're able to get ahead of him, and he's going to pull into our slipstream, so he might try a move at turn 3, and he's going to look to the inside, but he's too far away, so shouldn't have to worry about him anymore, as we're going to have to try and pick up the gap to Jeffrey ahead. And we're about to come through the chicane again, and I'm still struggling with this corner, but Jeffrey's struggling even more, and he goes off the track, and I have to go off the track to avoid him. But thankfully he doesn't collect us, and we did lose a bit of time, but it's better than being taken out, and we still got the position on him, so it was worth it. And I give him some flashes to say, like, it's me again, so if you want to let me go, that would be very appreciated. And coming down to the final corner, we should be able to get past him on the main straight, but he's just not going to turn in for the final corner. So I assume that was his way of letting me go, but he did lose a lot of time by doing that, so he didn't have to do that. But yeah, thank you very much. And now we just have to catch up to Pablo as well. Coming around the chicane, let's see if we can get a better run than Pablo. And I finally decided to take out those bollards, because I was just losing so much time trying to avoid them. We're going to pick up the slipstream. We're going to try around the outside of Pablo like we did on Steven earlier. And we're going to be a bit more ahead this time, but he's going to back out of it, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, but unfortunately for the fun aspect of it. But, yeah. We got the position on him. We're up into P9, and there's 2 cars ahead of us who are in a bit of a fight. So let's see if we can catch up to them as well. And coming around the final corner, Les has a bit of a moment on the exit. And I'm wondering if Kai is going to pick up enough slipstream to try for a move on turn 1. He looks like he's going to go for a move, but he thinks better of it. He's going to stick behind. And we're going to pick up the slipstream of Kai as well. So we might be able to go for a move on turn 3. He's going to pull to the right, so we should be able to get the inside. And we're going to brake later into 3rd gear. I'm not sure why I did that. I think 4th would have been better. And it looks like I forgot to shift gears as well. Not sure what happened there. So he's going to get a better exit than us. And we make a bit of contact on the straight. And I think that was my fault, actually. But yeah, we're going to be side by side through the bend. And it's very hard if you're on the inside to not run out wide. So I'm very glad that he didn't. And he's on the outside for the Shell Oils corner, which just doesn't work. So we're able to get the position on him up to P8. And yeah, now we might be able to go for a move on Les on the straight coming up, as we can finally start cutting that chicane a bit, because we got rid of those bollards. But yeah, we're going to pick up the slipstream, so let's see if we can go for another repeat move. But he's going to come to the left, I'm going to look to the right. Let's see if we can get this done. But yeah, I just can't get the exit on him. He's going to stay ahead, and we lost a lot of unnecessary time there, really. So I should really pick my battles a bit better. But coming up to Druids, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to look to the inside. But again, I just don't get the move done, and we just lose a ton of time. But maybe 3rd time's the charm, is we're going to look to the inside again. And let's see if we can get it done on the final corner this time. We're actually going to be quite alongside, and we're going to brake later. We're going to turn in for the final corner, and no oversteer on the exit, and we're able to get past him up into P7. And now we've got quite the gap ahead to the next train. So I'm going to have to start putting in some laps, as I remembered to turn on my virtual mirror. I forgot that it wasn't on. And coming into the chicane this lap, let's see what we take it this time around, but I carried just a bit too much speed, and I don't cut in tight enough on that curb, and I have a bit of a slide, and I get another track cut. So, yeah, track cuts are very easy to get on this track. And coming around turn 1 this lap, I just go a bit too wide again, and I get another track cut, and I'm on my final warning now. So the next track cut will be a drive-through penalty, so I'm going to have to be really careful for the next couple of laps. And we're about to lap Paul. Maybe he's got a bit of an issue. We were racing with him on lap 1, but yeah, very unfortunate for him, but yeah, we're still trying to catch up to this pack ahead. There's only 5 minutes left in the race as we get past a car who was crashed into the barriers on the right, so I can only assume he had a bit of oversteer on the final corner and just couldn't control it, unfortunately. And we finally caught up to this pack ahead, and we're going to be in the slipstream of Nuga, and we're going to look up the inside for turn 4. And we should be able to get this, but if he sticks it around the outside, we might be on the back foot for the Shell Oils corner. I keep trying to call it the Big Bend for some reason. But, yeah, we are able to get past him with P5. And I don't think we can finish any higher than P4 in this race, really. So, Let's see if we can get past Stefan on the straight after the chicane as I nearly go into the back of him. I have to brake quite hard and I lose quite a bit of time. So yeah, we're not going to be in a slipstream because I really had to slam on the brakes. But yeah, I'm not too worried because I don't think we're going to catch P3. And coming around Druids, we're going to get a better exit than him. And we're going to have the run onto the final corner. He's going to defend. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the slipstream and I'm going to pull to the outside. I don't mind the outside on this corner because we're going to brake later. And we're already going to be clear of his car pretty much before the corner even comes up. And we're going to be ahead of him. And there's going to be, I think, one more lap. No, it should be 2 more laps. And yeah, we're about 4 to 3.5 seconds behind P3. So yeah, not looking very likely that I'll catch him, but I'm still going to try and put in the best lap I can. And coming across the line onto the final lap now, and we're about 2 seconds behind P3. So we might be able to catch him if I manage to put in a really good qualifying lap, which is pretty much what I was trying to do last lap as well, just in case I catch him. But I really think we might be able to catch him just in time for a move on the last corner. So I'm going to really try and do my best lap possible now. And we're going to be 1/10 up on this straight, coming up to turn 4. Gradually losing time because the time the Delta was on had a better ambient temperature, so it'll have more straight line speed. But we're about to come up to the Shell Oils corner and see if we can gain time around here. Try and keep it tight to the bottom. I'm a little bit too high to begin with, but we only lose a tiny bit of time. So let's see how we can do the chicane. Maybe we can finally take it nicely. Cutting the curbs quite nicely, and we do gain a lot of time on the exit. So we got a very good run on the chicane. And yeah, we're just gaining on him a lot, but he's still quite far away, and there's not very much left in the lap to go. So coming around turn 10, I'm going to carry as much speed as I can, but I have a bit of a slide. But yeah, I'm still gaining time to my personal best. And yeah, he's still quite far away though, so we're going to come around Druids, and I'm really going to try and go through this corner as fast as I can. But yeah, I had to get off the throttle because I was going to understeer off into the grass. Just trying to go too quickly, unfortunately. So coming around the final corner, we're not close enough. But I'm still going to try and improve on my personal best. And I'm going to be about 1/10 up, going across the line. So at least I managed to improve my time. And I gave him a bit of a flash to say, like, I almost got you. But yeah, it was a good race, I think. I think if I didn't have so many moments and that one punt, then I might have been able to win the race. But only in a very ideal race. But that's not what a race is. So yeah, we finished P4, which I was happy with that. And yeah. Thank you very much to the channel members. And if you would like to become a channel member as well, then it is only £1. So if I've given you any knowledge or advice and that's helped you a lot, then you can support me in that way, but you don't have to. There's also members only videos every week. And thank you very much for watching. See you all later.